up. Shout out to them. Shout out to my big homie, Brian Chambers. Man, I mean to do this every single time. This is my good buddy here in Cookeville, Tennessee, Coach Chambers. One of the greatest friends I have. We didn't grow up together, but I've known him here in Tennessee for probably 20 years or so. And one of the finest guys. He's a big Rad Picker fan. I love the guy. Watches all my videos. Sends me inspirational stuff about liking them. So if you're watching this, Coach Chambers, Brian Chambers, I love you, buddy. Appreciate you and everything you do. Shout out to his lovely wife, Emily, and their 2 kids. One of the 2 handsomest young men around. But anyway, sales have been good this week. My eBay fell off because I didn't list. I didn't list all last week. I haven't listed in 3 days, maybe 1 or 2 items. I've sold a crap ton. I've sold a lot live. I've been trying to go every day this month, except for like today. There'll be a few days I don't go, but I'm going to try. But I'm quickly running out of inventory. I went to a yard sale too this morning. Got a couple things that were perfect for, dibbed it. And I am going to keep trying to run, just push myself. It's amazing. I was asked by a good friend, and shout out to Rocky Top Picker, Ben. Check out the Reseller Locker Room podcast. And Alex as well. CJ was not in there. Jefferson was not in there, but we were just asking on a little conference call. He was asking about live selling and my numbers, and he was a little surprised to find out I'm not a numbers guy. Some of you won't. Some of you will laugh that I'm not a numbers guy, but I did actually this morning kind of contemplate my numbers, and along with the other day started looking. And I'm on pace to do, between my eBay, Facebook Marketplace, my other avenues, district. I'm on a good pace, a satisfactory pace. I'm going to pick it up here, from here through the 4th quarter. I think I'm going to jump the shark and really surprise myself. That's my goal, is to shock myself with these last 6 months. And I have no doubt I can do it. I've got a lot better bead on live selling. It's been going really good. Thank you all for coming out. Lincoln Lane Treasures, Jack's Clothing, Hidden Treasures Hub, Ha Johnson, Texas Flipper, Amy Purcell, Little Buddha, PB Dragon. I'm going to get myself in trouble. Todd Pella. How many more? I've got so many more. I thought I was going to do really good this time. Clever Finds, of course, Rocky Top Picker, Beard King Picker. Oh, I'm doing myself a disservice here, and you all too. Just so many that come in and are so consistent and selling. I'm thinking about the ones I have boxes that are going out for. That's what I'm trying to remember the most. But I do this every time. One day I'm going to write it down, because I feel so disrespectful when I forget somebody that's there all the freaking time. It's such a bad look. But anyway, I love y'all, mean it. Forgive me again. Names and this little thing is my weakness. But anyway, shipping is a bear right now, an absolute bear. Because I went on vacation, it really put me in a bind, and I couldn't get everything done before that. Of course, is well documented, but it's a challenge. But all I need to do, I'm going to enjoy today. I'm not going to do any work, although I went sourcing, and I did ship or boxed up a couple. But I'm going to try to relax today, and tomorrow I'm going to hit it hard. I want to be absolutely done with everything Monday, but I'll have a show between now and then, so it'll just keep adding. But man, I've got a table outside covered with a tarp full of 12 by 12 boxes, some 16 by 16 by 16 boxes, loads and loads of stuff. My eBay store was going good. I'm actually okay stepping back a little bit because I need to catch up with shipping. And you know, I've said this before, if eBay sales come, I've got to get those done first. And I know that sucks because live selling is just as important. They won't punish you, but you'll get punished by people not buying if you're not on top of it. Oh, Genisville, sorry. My homie Genisville, he's been waiting on a package for pre-vacation. I have that package, and this will be recorded so you have proof. I'm going to send him a stack of valuable comics. He's a great comic source. He knows all about them. I don't. I've been joking about selling. I've actually not been joking. I've been serious, but I haven't been serious about getting them all together, all these comic books for Genisville to sell to him. But I'm going to send him a few bonus. That is my little trick to the trade, folks. It's not, I don't advise this, but this is the rad style. If I feel like I've let somebody down or not done what I should do, people are really patient. Oh, shout out Violet, Mama Bear, Reseller. If I've ever feel like I haven't done my best for somebody, I buy all the time. I wait for packages. I've had some from some people I really like. I never even received them, but I get it. It's a big ordeal to live sell. You better be super organized, which I'm not, or you better have one of these squirrel brains where you can operate under pressure, which I do have. But I try to give more. I said the other day in a live to Sweetheart Violet, go follow her on social media. Sometimes the nicest people get treated the worst. It's wild. And I don't do that on purpose. I don't particularly, but I've noticed that. I had a package, it was late, so I just threw in some extra stuff, and not junk. I feel like I threw in real value to make up for that. I would do the same with Genisville, because I feel like, if you've inquired, and Violet never inquires, but Genisville rightfully so inquired, hey Rad, I noticed you printed this label, this is out. And sometimes I will have these packages ready, and then I get a load of clothes and I lay them here, and a box falls over and they get buried. That is not ideal. It's not an excuse, and it's not wise. So do not follow that. But I am here being vulnerable for you all to understand. If you get into this, unless you have a giant space to work out of, which I don't, you can get into where you'll misplace things that are already processed to ship, even boxed up. I've done it several times. I'm not proud of that. I'm just speaking the truth. So be wary of that, but man, always make it right. I've said this before. You're going to run into issues, things, people don't like you. I'm not going to get real deep into this, but I've had some issues with some folks that I really trusted, and then turns out they just can turn on you for this reason or that. Maybe they expect more from you. Maybe they feel like they need more attention. I don't know. I'm not getting too deep in this, but remember this as a reseller. When you put yourself out, whether you're a content creator, just guard yourself. I'm friends with everybody. I trust people a lot. Too soon, and then you find out maybe you shouldn't or whatever. But just remember this. Don't get too high or too low. I tend to be an emotional person. That's who I am. But I always say this. Remember, the same people that were laying palm leaves in front of Jesus one Friday were the same people that crucified him the next Friday. So whether you are religious, spiritual, or a believer yourself, take that as good advice. Don't get too high or too low. Don't live in the praise, and don't get your feelings hurt over the criticism. And again, don't take criticism from somebody you wouldn't take advice from. That is a good lesson to learn. Like I said, I get too emotionally involved in things, and you need to let it roll off your back. I had a podcast on just this morning by accident. It just played from my algorithm, and it was a successful businessman talking about not getting bothered in traffic. If you get bothered in traffic, or you think if somebody hurts your feelings easily, or somebody that you thought you trusted, does you wrong, if that bothers you, you're not going to succeed, because you're worrying about little things. You need to be ready to solve big problems, big issues, big picture issues and not get caught up in the weeds and the little things. And that was good advice for me. It was timely advice, because sometimes I get caught up in little things that don't matter. They absolutely don't. You need to move on, move forward. Life goes on. But you know, I'm the kind of guy that if I feel disrespected, I want to make sure they know that they can't get away with that. And it doesn't matter. That's immature. It's irrelevant. It's not a recipe for success. Success comes from forgiving first, and that's me as a believer. I am called to forgive. So whether you like that, understand that or not, that's how I live. Whether I always live that way or not, that is what I'm going to do. So first, forgiving, forgetting, and moving past it. You've got to keep pushing. If we are to be successful, if we are going to make an impact, if we're going to take care of our families, you have to be a big picture person, man or woman. But with that being said, it's 4th of July. They're cooking out here. They've been at the pool waiting for me for an hour. I don't know if they're waiting for me. I know my wife and kids are. But I did load up. This is my daughter's car. Loaded the back up with some t-shirts that I've got. Shout out Energy Magnet. Shout out Thomas 9 Fines. Locks Baseball Mom. Man, one of the best clothing sellers. The secret's out. It sucks because me and Jax have to battle. And then Okie. Okie's in there. My gosh, it's so hard to get these deals, but if you do get in there at the right time, you can find deals. That being said, I've got a stack of t-shirts probably 2 foot high. I couldn't even carry them all. That's how many I have. I had to take two trips. And I got nephews in their 30s. I'm gonna let them go through some of these. Maybe they'll buy some, maybe they don't. They're gonna get a deal because I'm gonna offer them for 10 bucks a piece. When I list them, they're going to be a lot higher than that because I've got some bangers! Shirts like this, folks. Aerosmith, 1977. This one fits like a dream, baby. I love it. The first time I put it on, it's got the red, white, and blue, and it's Aerosmith. That's as Americana as it gets. The PBR, you know, that's made out of PBR cases. Hopefully it doesn't get wet and blow away. Shout out HaHa Johnson. He has the Bud Light version. Sold to him. He rocked it the other day. He sent me a picture. So I'm talking fast as I always do, but it's July 4th. Get out there, go blow stuff up, do whatever you're doing. I mean fireworks, folks, or tin cans. Don't put any M80s in frogs' mouths or anything like that. That's not what it's about. And don't waste your money on the snakes, folks. By the time you got all those curly cues around, you could have took a piece of charcoal, lit it on fire, and just left it in the yard. But anyways, as always, stay positive, stay picking, stay radical, and shout out to America, baby. Still free.